Bandwidth for all shows on the Aussie Tech Heads network is supplied by Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting. For a fast, affordable and reliable Australian server with fantastic support, contact Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting at aussietechheads.com.au. Aussie Tech Heads, Australia's best hosting service.
Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Aussie Tech Heads. Just another week and another ton of stories to get through, and it's always brought to you by Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting, and you can find them at athwebhosting.com.au. All fast Australian service located on Australian soil, so you will have nice quick access, great ping times and all that good stuff. Good work. All right, now we're joined by a few hosts tonight, and one of the hosts is actually in the lounge, in the live lounge. Can you believe it? Yes, there is a live, very live lounge, in-person lounge, and we'll start with him because he's tapping away here. Hello, Mr. Live Lounge, Eric.
Hello, Glenwood.
How you doing?
All right.
You've made the trip up from cold Sydney.
Cold Sydney, yeah, I'm up here.
Yeah, and it's a bit warmer, isn't it?
Very nice. No jackets, no jumpers.
Yeah, good, good. And still in the cold is Jace. How you doing, Jace?
Still here, yep. No jackets, no jumpers, no brains, all that stuff, yep.
Yeah, good. All right, and we are without Will tonight. He's having PC issues. But Will, we wish you all the best.
There's something new.
That's right, for something completely different. So we wish you all the best, Will, and hope to see you again soon. All right, now, I'll start with an Apple story. Eric and we went to the Apple store tonight, actually.
We did.
We did. And what did we see?
Boys' night out, was it?
It was. Yeah, so it was, what did we see? We saw a lot of Apple paraphernalia. In the magazine that came through in the paper, I saw a paper through the week, and it came through, I think, from Harvey Norman. They had the Apple TV. Where did I put that? Oh, it's around here somewhere. But it was an Apple TV for $89 on specials. I thought, that's pretty good. I'm not going to go to Harvey Norman. We were going over to the Apple store. So I thought, well, let's go to the Apple store and see if they'll match the price. Because I was under the impression they price matched. Well,
they even undercut prices. When I went to get my MacBook Pro, I found it at JB Hi-Fi was discounted less than... when I said, can you match this? They said, yeah, we'll even go lower.
Oh, well, there you go.
See, it does depend who you get.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think you got someone who,
was almost knobbish. So, yeah. Well, anyway, what happened was, so we found the Apple TV in store, $109, in my hand, in the pamphlet, $89. So I went up and I said, do you guys price match? He goes, yes. I said, good. I got one here for $89, not that much. So...
We'll just go across the road, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah, so apparently what the go is, this is according to this guy, that is that he'll only price match up to 10%. Then after that, obviously, they don't. They're out of it. But anyway, so he wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. So there you go. I left without an Apple TV. So now, I'm gone. They've lost me. I might go to Harvey Norman tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I wasn't that desperate. I was there. I was going to buy it. Yeah, they've lost me. But in any case...
normally you have to be pretty desperate to get anything from Harvey Norman.
Right? Yeah, I know. But if it's cheap enough, why not? But Eric bought a couple of items. What did you buy, Eric?
Oh, just a couple of lightning cables and headphones.
Oh, yeah? Good. And that's what you're using now?
Correct.
Testing them right out straight away. Lightning cables, yeah, cool. Now, look, this is a little story that I've got here. Let's kick off with this for first story. Apple releases cheaper iMacs. So the new 21.5-inch all-in-one is priced at $1,349, compared with the previous entry-level machine, a 21.5-inch iMac, priced at $1,599. Now, this price comes because the iMac is a 1.4 dual-core Intel processor.
i5.
i5,
yeah.
i5. 500 gig hard drive, Intel graphics card. In comparison, the next model up, 2.7 gig quad core. I think that's pretty much worth the extra 200, 250.
So 200, 250.
What do you reckon?
Oh, look, 1349 is pretty good. I've got an iMac that's 2009, January, and it's only got 2 gigs of RAM, and it works a treat.
Mm.
And the specs are a lot worse than this. It's probably an i3.
Yeah.
And I paid $2,000 for that.
Yeah, right. But if you're gonna throw around $1,300 because you
might as well throw around 1,600.
You might as well, because I reckon you're going to step up from a dual core 1.4, extra $250, going to give you a 2.7.
Yeah, and quad core.
And quad core, yeah.
And double the space.
Yes. So I'd be doing
So
that.
it's double everything, actually.
Mm. So yeah, it's not like Mac to reduce things, but why would they be doing that? Do you reckon?
Try and get into the cheap market, like to get. It's like heroin. If the first shot's free, they've got you.
Very good. Yes, it sounds that way, doesn't it? But anyway, yeah. So that's it. So if you're looking for an cheaper Apple, go and have a look at that. But yeah, 1.4. What are your machines? 1.4.
Oh, it wouldn't even be. It'd probably be that, but it'd be the old Intel. It's not a core. It would be single pro.
Okay. Yeah. And you were just saying tonight that yours just hammer.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Good stuff. All right. Jace, what have you found for us this week?
Well, Amazon's getting into the telephone business now. They're going to jump on the bandwagon with everybody else, and Amazon unveiled its first smartphone on Wednesday at an event in Seattle near its headquarters, 4 years after the company started working on the project. On the surface, and even under the hood, the 4.7-inch Fire phone looks like any other Android phone on the market, but Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos and the team have baked both big and small touches into the Fire phone to make it stand out. It's got a 2.2 gig quad-core Snapdragon processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and runs Amazon's custom version of Android called Fire OS, which is also got in the Fire tablet. And they're taking some risks, although other phone manufacturers have failed on the 3D display space before. Amazon is embracing what it calls dynamic perspective, which creates the illusion of depth behind the screen as opposed to outward. And you don't have to go cross-eyed to try and see the 3D or have special glasses either.
Oh, God.
Basically, it's got 4 cameras around the edges of the screen, and it tracks where your face is in relation to the phone, and then does a sort of parallax effect behind it with the graphics and images that are on the screen.
Yeah, right. Nice. Yeah, good stuff.
It's Android, though. Come on.
And unfortunately, it's not going to be a lot of use here. The main features of it, of course, if you've got an Amazon Prime account where you can order your stuff through the phone and it arrives the next day and that sort of thing. They've also got what they call their strongest feature is a thing called Firefly, which allows you to scan barcodes on any product for more information. And then you can save it to your Amazon account and compare prices with how much Amazon would charge to ship it to you. So if you can get it cheaper that way, just do a scan and bang, it's at your door the next day.
Yeah, so they do them on. Yeah, I've seen apps for Big W and stuff.
I've got the Amazon app for the iPhone that does exactly that.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. All right. So what else have we got here? Oh, we all know. I don't know if we know any, but the homeless people, they're around. They live on the street.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're out there, unfortunately. But now it's that time of year when it gets cold. The CEOs and directors of companies, they like to get out on the street and help support the homeless by sleeping out under the stars with them. So CEOs and directors from Australia's technology companies and resellers have raised well over $100,000 to support homeless people. Dozens of IT execs are taking part in the Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out, which takes place across the nation, which actually is Thursday night. So tonight, whenever you're listening, it was last Thursday. So, the 19th of June. So taking part include Lenovo Australia and New Zealand Managing Director Matt Codrington, Bulletproof Chief Executive Anthony Woodward, and WebSense, not Webinese, WebSense.
I think I'm kidding. Webinese, I really think so.
Jerry Tucker. All right, so good on them. Now you are able to donate if you go to the website. The show notes will have the URL. If you go into the website, you'll be able to find the CEO you would like to support, and you can donate towards them. So there you go. So another notable names include Harvey Norman Chief Operating Officer John Slacksmith, Peter Robertson, Chief Executive, Brisbane-based systems integrator, Intelligent Pathways. Oh yeah, they're all raised about $5,000, so that's good. That's good. So yeah, it's pretty cold. I wouldn't like to be doing it in Melbourne. Which,
No.
no.
And I'm just having a look on the website. Stats current donations 1.7 mil.
Wow.
Yeah, 1.8 mil.
Yeah, right. Yep.
298 CEOs and 8,500 donators.
I wonder if this like transpires into other donations from these particular companies. Like it's. I suppose it's good that they're doing it, but should they also be if they got the willingness to do this? Are they doing it just to help? Are they doing it because of a bit of publicity? So there's a bit of a win-win there.
Column A, column B, D, all of the above.
It's probably a little bit of everything.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like these big companies, these guys, if they really wanted to help, like couldn't they just throw, I don't know, like you see a couple of the homeless shelters around the place, why not give them a PC or a laptop or something to help them out around the place?
Give a hobo a laptop.
No, not a homeless, but in the shelter. The shelter.
And a mobile phone as well.
I think when you're in a shelter, I think they probably think we need food, clothing, a job.
Well, they could do that.
Get you back on your feet. Look, if you've got mental health issues, we'll sort that out. And then when you're sorted, then you can have your laptop.
All right. Secret Millionaire.
Top donators so far, Mr. George Frozies from St. George Banking Group, $205,000.
Wow.
Holly Kramer from Les raised $204,000, and Mr. Dale Alcock from ABN Group, $148,000.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they're good on them because the tech companies will raise over 100 towards that. So good stuff. All right, Jace, what else have you got?
Yeah, an online community of furniture enthusiasts has had the rug pulled out from under it after international furniture powerhouse IKEA threatened legal action.
Oh no!
The cease and desist notice has put at risk the future of IKEA hackers, made up of thousands who alter, modify, or repurpose IKEA furniture.
Why would you
From covering
do that?
wardrobes with quirky wallpaper to turning a cabinet into a wall-mounted rat cage to even creating completely new pieces of furniture from IKEA components. IKEA Hackers is laden with tips, tricks, and picks for aspiring indie furniture modders. The group's Facebook page has over 130,000 subscribers, many of whom have been posting their projects and feedback on the site since 2006.
So,
Malaysian-bound.
What are they doing? They're getting IKEA furniture, and
showing you how to modify it to make something cooler.
What's wrong with
There's
that?
nothing wrong with that. Once you buy it, it's yours. You can.
That's not the problem. We're getting there.
The first problem is why you're buying IKEA.
Describes herself as a naive, crazy fan who chose IKEA chair name as her online pseudonym, Jules. After receiving legal letters, she engaged several months of negotiations with IKEA, which has allowed her to continue using IKEA Hackers domain name. But in order to keep the name, she has agreed to stop running ads on the site from June 23. The move puts the future of the community in doubt, as Jules may no longer be able to fund a hobby that became a job.
That's crazy.
Funding the blog site includes managing content, monitoring submissions, and coordinating competitions, such as the annual Hack of the Year. She said she has no intention of exploiting the IKEA brand and urges her site was pro-IKEA. So I think because she's got IKEA all over the site, and then she puts up ads and sells ads based on the name of IKEA, then IKEA's like, oh, you're making money from our name.
Yep.
Chung,
Well, that's a different issue, isn't it? Yeah. If you just said, look at this cool furniture, buy it from me, then fine.
Yep.
Knock yourself out.
And with Minecraft at the moment, because a lot of people have set up servers and they charge different levels of money for different special items in the game. So if you join and you just play on their server, you might be able to get the standard wooden sword. If you pay $5 a month, you might get an iron sword. And if you pay $50 a month or something like that, they might give you super uber power diamond sword with special effects and stuff on it, so you can go out and kill things in one hit. And Mo Yang, who made Minecraft, said you're making money off their IP, and you have to stop that. The only thing you can do is charge for server access. So either everybody gets charged the same amount on the server, gets the same benefits, or nobody gets charged and has the same benefits. But you can't give different levels of ranks, so that if you pay more money, then you get better equipment and stuff like that, because it puts people at a disadvantage. And then when one of the problems that Mojang was complaining about is that when little Johnny goes onto this server and it says, become our VIP, only $5 a month. Then he goes, gets his mum's credit card and types the details into PayPal. And then he's got his $5 a month to get a cool sword and special abilities. And his mum gets really pissed off. She sends an email to Mojang saying, hey, give me back my money, you bastard. You're taking my money away from me. And they're like, it's not us. It's the people who run the server, but we can't manage that. So from now on, we're just going to say nobody can do it.
But I don't know, at the end of the day, like this guy, he's created his product. He's making money out of it. If the server wanted to offer additional services or whatever, why not?
That's what a lot of people are saying, exactly that.
He's just greedy.
A lot of people are saying, look, these servers cost thousands of dollars a month to run because they have millions of members. So they have to run networks of multiple servers all joined together. They say if this comes into effect, we just can't run anymore. We're going to have to shut down all of our sites.
Then he should start charging fees.
We have to fire all the people. We got programming special additions to the game and all the cool content and stuff, and just run it with a few people as a hobby. In which case, it's just not going to be as much fun as it was.
So he's obviously put the code out there, or APIs, whatever happens. So it allows people to add on and all this sort of stuff. But
yeah, and for the last 3 or 4 years, he's been going to what they call Minecons, which is conventions for Minecraft people, and people are saying he has them on a panel, and they say, look, our server, if you join, you can get this, you can get that. And he's like, yeah, that's great. I'm glad you people are making money out of it. But the thing people are questioning now is that because Mojang is launching their own server service where you can buy servers from them, they're saying, you're only doing this because you want to make money, and if we're making money from our servers, then people are not going to come to you for a server. So if you shut us down, then people are going to go to you. So there's that sort of dodging that's happening, and people are not really sure whether it's genuine or they just want to make some more money out of it.
Yeah, how much money would Mojang have made out of this?
Millions and millions and millions.
That's enough.
Not just said himself, I've got so much money, I don't know what to do with it all anymore.
But that's enough, isn't it? That's enough. Let someone else, if they want to develop it out, let them do it. Let them have their bit of time in the sun. Like, that's enough. What are you going to? Why won't make all this? Why want to continue to make all this money?
Are his costs outweighing his revenue? Is that why?
Literally hardly any costs. He's just making so much money all the time.
Well, then he's just greedy.
Yeah.
Unless he's really bad in how he's running his servers and he's, not making any money.
Greedy boy. All right. Now, as you can hear, Eric's got a little bit of a scratchy mic, so we're just going to take a quick break here, I think. I'm going to get him another one.
Just give him a lozenge or something.
And see if we can get another mic might be the trick. So I've got one in the cupboard. We'll be back before you can say Jack Robinson.
Oh, we're back. Hello. All right. Now, former Microsoft employee. Oh, you love the little jokes, don't you, Chase? They're so random. Former Microsoft employee gets prison term for leaking code. Now, remember...
For using Microsoft products.
Yeah.
For buying Windows 8 and daring to install it.
He did dare. He dared to leak. Not code. Not actually leak, but leak code. Alex Kibalabalo, a Russian national and 7-year employee. 7 years he was employed at Microsoft. Pled guilty to one count of stealing trade secrets. This is the guy that sent some secrets away to some blogger via Hotmail or something. Microsoft.
Oh, that guy! What a
Microsoft.
That was their registration server code, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that was because the reason that they got so pissy about it was because you could give a copy of this code to anybody, and then if you didn't need to register your version of Windows because it was the authentication server code that he gave them.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Well, anyway, he's what happened to him?
Got 3 months.
3 months. He stole the information, released it to an unknown technology blogger, who then released the company software code online.
I never got it.
No, I didn't get it either. Oh, I've got a funny story about code later on. Sorry, Jace?
Eric doesn't want it if it's Microsoft.
No.
Actually.
Big news.
Big news.
Big news. Guess what?
Temporarily.
No.
What?
Temporarily on one of my machines. Everyone's sitting down. I do have Windows 8 installed.
Yay!
Oh, my land!
I know. How good is that? He's
Who is this imposter? You've let so many imposter into your house.
he comes up to me. He goes, "You know what? I owe you I'm in such a debt of gratitude towards you because the Windows 8 is just the best." And he loves it. He can't stop talking
You can't
about
argue
it.
with that.
All right. So that's the Glenn language. What I really said was it's a load of crap.
It's great.
I'll get used to it.
Yeah,
Look,
no, of course you will.
I did notice. I do notice that it did quicken up the system. So,
Yeah, you'll be right.
Yeah,
You'll be right.
it's all
Yeah.
right.
So anyway, so Microsoft employee. We'll just finish off on this. He could have been fined up to 10 years in jail and the fine as high as $250,000. He got the 3-month prison term and a fine of $22,500. So there you go. There you go.
He's still gonna have trouble finding 22,500. I'd say.
Well, I guess so, but being with the firm 7 years, like it's not as
Actually,
though.
some of his Microsoft shares.
Yeah, still a couple of his shares.
Yeah. All right. Now, while we're on the subject of hacking, and a bit of a hackathon tonight, isn't it? Jace with his IKEA hack, and then the Microsoft hack, and now if Domino's pizzas have been hacked. Can you believe it?
Dun, dun.
I know. How bad is this? How desperate do people have to be? The hackers claim to have swiped passwords of 650,000 Domino's pizza customers in France and Belgium, threatening to publish them if 30,000 euros ransom is not paid. So,
Would you care if you
No.
had a Domino's login and someone said, "I want to release your password"? Oh no. Oh
yeah,
no.
who cares?
Yeah, you would, because the problem is that Joe Bloggs uses that on his banking website.
Well, it
as
depends
well.
if your credit card details are part of your login. That might be an issue. But if it's just your name and your email address and your preferences, I like pepperoni. Look, who cares?
Yeah. Well, that's funny you should say that because this is a statement, and apparently they were, sticking this all over Twitter and doing everything, as if they obviously just wanted the notoriety. But we downloaded over 592,000 customer records, including passwords from French customers and over 58,000 records from Belgian ones. The customers' full names, addresses, phone numbers, email address, passwords, and delivery instructions. Oh, and their favourite topping as well, because why not?
Can't they just sue Rex Mundy?
Yeah, well, Rex Mundy is the group that the hackers are going by. The name Rex Mundy. So
Not an individual.
Oh,
yeah.
well, there you go. I guess you can't get him then.
but I noticed as
You mean people don't put their real name on the internet? They use a pseudonym or something?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no one
really?
does. No one does that on the internet, do
Really?
they? That's shocking.
I put my name out there. Anyway, well,
Two
is
cows.
Is it my real name?
Is it?
Whoa.
Oh, very good.
Well, there you go.
Let me just hunt around here for a bit and see
You-
what's on your packing. Any packing slips?
You think a real name would be that funny?
You think I'd purposely keep the
I
name
don't know,
Glenn?
Glenn.
Well, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So Domino's piece.
I've seen Breaking Bad. I know Saul Goodman.
Oh well, yeah, he's long lost brother. Now, also sticking with the Nokia, with the hacking theme, Nokia has also been blackmailed. Now, MTV, which is not the TV music show, but it's a channel over in wherever it is, the US somewhere or Canada, said hackers threatened to reveal parts of Nokia's source code for its mobile operating system. Finnish television channel. There you go. Finnish television channel MTV said hackers had acquired encryption codes relating to Nokia's Symbian software and had threatened to make the information public.
But no one uses Nokia.
Well,
I'm going
Nobody
public.
uses
Two
Symbian,
people
not
got
even
it.
Nokia.
well, what was it? They threatened to release the Symbian. Well, you're right. Who uses?
No, so I'm going to
That
release
rubbish.
all the information to
Yeah.
2 people.
Well, apparently Nokia didn't think it was just a joke because they paid the ransom. They said that's what. If they had not done so, it could have made it difficult for Nokia to prevent the spread of malicious software on smartphone devices.
But that's the best thing that could ever happen to a Nokia phone is a malicious virus.
The brother.
You wake up one day and go, I've got an iPhone. What's happened? It's morphed it into an iPhone.
Well, what's the opposite of malicious? Advantageous.
Advantageous.
It's going to be hacked, so it's advantageous wear.
That's right. That's right. Let's make new software called advantageous wear.
Yeah, why not?
Adware.
Plus where?
Yeah. Police and had arranged to pay a ransom fee in a car park.
And they rang out the police. Say, police? Yes.
Yeah, so
Someone's ransing us for the Symbian phone thing, and they went, "Hang on a minute." Yes, can I help you?
So, but this is out of a storybook. So anyway, the ransom, they agreed to pay the ransom. So obviously just drop however much it was, drop it off in a car park. The money was picked up, the broadcaster said, but the police lost track of the culprits.
So when the 10-year-olds ran away from the car park,
Oh dear, paying can only further show other hackers that they have a chance of making a lot of money from these corporations, the police said. Nokia seems to have gotten incredibly lucky that the hacker didn't release the key anyway. Well, maybe they did, but
no one uses them. They probably did.
But no one cared.
It's not going viral like we thought it would.
No. Can we pay someone to take this code off our hands?
Anyone got
We'll also release the code to DOS 3.0 if you don't watch out.
It's like a cough. Unless you cough on somebody, they're not going to get the virus or the whooping cough. Unless someone's actually got a Nokia.
It's around, but it's not running Symbian, are they?
I don't know what.
How
they're
old
running.
is that, Jace? That's pretty.
They're on Windows
They went
now.
Windows.
Yeah.
Windows, yeah.
So Symbian is what, just yesteryear's technology for.
It's like what, 2002?
It's still run on a lot of the cheapy phones, which are sold a lot of
The
third
burner
world
phones.
countries and stuff like that.
The burner phones out of Africa, like they care.
I had a
They dump it in the bin
Motorola
after 3 months.
A1000 phone that had a Symbian on it, and I quite liked it. In fact, I named my cat Symbian.
Oh, right.
Nothing geeky about that at all.
No. All right.
Completely normal.
All right. What else you got, Jace, for us? Please.
Well, the New South Wales government has begun cracking down on the ride-sharing component of the smartphone app Uber by issuing $2,500 fines and threatening legal action against motorists who offer the service.
I think this is
The
stupid.
Uber app allows any motorist, not necessarily a licensed taxi or hire car driver, to receive money for providing lifts, in addition to offering authorised taxi and private hire car services.
Nothing wrong with it.
Crackdown by New South Wales Roads and Maritime Services follows similar action by the Victorian government in early May. It issued more than $50,000 worth of $1,700 fines to drivers.
What's wrong
The
with that?
information indicates that they obtain requests for travel through low-cost Uber X option on the Uber Australian proprietary limited phone application. A letter sent to them says the Uber X services are provided by unauthorised drivers in unaccredited and unlicensed vehicles.
What's wrong with doing that? I can't. This is
Taxi guys don't like it.
but bad luck. It's just people getting together, offering someone else a ride for free, or do they charge?
They think these are charging.
They charge.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think they're saying here that it gets to the point that some of them, what do you call it? They're providing a public passenger service without.
Yeah, I think if they're
Yeah.
paying,
So if you're he's going into town, I'll grab a lift off him here. He's $5 petrol money. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right. But some leeway, and they just drive 8 hours a day, giving people lifts and getting money.
no insurances or anything. If the driver had an accident, you'd be
Well, you've had it.
up shitters. Yeah. All right.
And if the driver turns out to be Johnny the homicidal maniac,
Goodie for everyone who's got a Nokia.
but the way that they work with that is you rank the guy who gave you a lift. So if enough people say this guy just swore,
He's
his
really
car
creepy.
stunk, it was full of crap, and he was a real creepy guy, then they vote him down and he doesn't get any more lifts anymore. So it's in your best interest to do really well and get people to vote you up.
But how would they? Okay, like you get voted up and everything. But if you got voted down because I don't know, you farted in the car every right turn or something, well, how would they? He just change
That's
his.
how I power my car, man.
He just open up another account. I know you wouldn't have any positive feedback, but
It'd probably be linked to your car registration number.
oh,
so if you put
right, yes,
Change
put
your
in
number
the
plates.
same
It's
one,
easy
they'd
enough.
say, well, what are you going to do? Get another car?
Well, if someone's that flatulent, just change your number plates.
yeah. You see down in JCar on the front page of the next JCar magazine, next hot gadget, those little number plate changes.
Yeah. How good are they? Slightly illegal.
Like they had in Knight Rider, Kit to do that.
Exactly.
Getting chased by the cars. The police are coming after him. The police are coming. Yeah. Oh, he changes his number plate. Oh, it's obviously completely different black Trans Am. There's so many of those on the road. It couldn't be the one
in the 70s. Yeah, those everywhere, weren't they?
Go past that one to the next one.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if anything could track a stolen car, it'd be the Google balloon. It's
Segway City.
Now, if you, I don't know, we've talked about these before. These balloons, they're just flying around everywhere over there in the US. They got little internet Wi-Fi things on the bottom of them, and apparently they're hitting.
They started them in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Why New Zealand?
Yeah, they call them.
There's nobody there.
They wanted to try starting them in New Zealand for a trial.
Yeah, loons. I think, Chase, is that what you said? Loons.
It's Project Loon.
Yeah, so the Google Broadband delivering balloons will actually be available to deliver internet connectivity to users next year and can already offer 22 megabit download speeds. How good's that?
They're also buying up many satellite companies to put up mini satellites all over the place. So they want more people to have the internet, and they're sick and tired of all these places, like even we've got here that say, oh no, we couldn't possibly give decent speed to people in the middle of the bush, we'd rather just get all of our money from people in the city, and it cost us money to go out the bush. So they're like, well, screw you, we'll put up a couple of balloons here, satellites over there, and in the big US cities we roll out fiber running at gigabit speed and stuff like this. And that scared AT&T because they did so they said, we certainly couldn't run out fast fiber internet because none of our customers are interested in that kind of thing. We've done surveys and we're 100% guarantee they don't want fast internet. They're just not interested. Google said, we'll just roll it out in a couple of cities, see what happens. And then suddenly people in those cities, before Google actually got there, after Google said, hey, we're going to, Montana or something, then suddenly AT&T in that town is like, we decided that since you've been such a good customer, we're going to offer you speeds 10 to 20 times faster than what you're currently getting for half the price. And
it's funny that
we understood that nobody wanted this, but suddenly we can do it. Even though
it's in Google's interest for everyone to be on the internet because that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
Yep.
To keep people off the internet because they lose money because then their cable channels or getting on, not on their phone.
Over here, it's why Rupert Murdoch doesn't want us getting fast internets because then we'll subscribe to Hulu and Netflix is supposed to be coming to Australia next year. He doesn't want that. If everybody can watch Netflix, who's going to get Foxtel?
If everyone watches tell you what, no ads. I'd be on, for $10 a month, Netflix.
50.
If let's say I get another 3 Netflix, so that's still a lot less than what I'm paying now on Foxtel.
Well, I don't have any. You don't buy music. Well, as in like you don't.
Streaming.
Yeah, it's all streaming. Like you might pay a access fee, which is fine.
Which is fine, but because you really want to keep that song that you bought for $1.69 on you. You really look in 10.
It doesn't even matter that you're still paying.
I love my Spotify.
Yeah, you pay your $15 a month. And you just listen to any song you want. Anyway, it's just...
my Spotify is free, and I listen to any song I want. Right. They just have an ad once in a while that I ignore.
And that's the thing with the TV. That's the way it's going to go as well. It'll just be, you pay your $30 or whatever it is a month. You watch whatever you want. Out of the history, archives, whatever you want, and you
can watch this whole series back to back. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Series 10.
Oh, sweet heaven! They don't get much better than that. Now,
the problem that they're doing at the moment, they're mentioning in articles at the moment that, with things like Game of Thrones, nobody in Australia could until this week unless they had Foxtel, even though it was released overseas before, because Foxtel got it, they blocked it from everywhere. Apple's still on it on iTunes, on QuickFlix, but people who want to download it on iTunes, one of the journalists I was reading today, iTunes...
Oh, your signals.
Contact on iTunes, and they said, I don't know that.
Ooh. Your signal's dropping, Jason.
Yeah,
in the US, and they said, no, Apple. So.
Yeah, it's a problem, but I'm glad it's not my problem. It's someone else's. It's Rupert's problem. But yeah, so iTunes is Game of Thrones is back on iTunes. I guess.
No,
it's still
not.
It
won't be coming to iTunes probably till January when it gets released on DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay. Now let's ask Eric while he's here, because this is I just get a comment. I remember a couple of months ago, Malcolm Turnbull was talking to a lady who couldn't get the internet, and Malcolm goes, "Why would you move? Why would you move to somewhere where there's no internet?" Like, do you remember that conversation?
Oh,
I think it was
dear.
on Twitter.
I was following along with that heavily and was updating.
I don't understand why he
Alex
would say something
Goodman,
like
who's
that.
one of the journalists.
Some people move there not thinking of the internet. She might have been there how long?
Oh, I don't know.
No, she just moved there, and there is fast ADSL internet,
Right.
but all of the ports are full, and therefore she can't get internet until they free up
Someone
one
drops
of the
off the
ports.
port. Yeah.
She runs a home business that needs fast internet 24/7, and she said, "Look, what's is this? If we had internet like fiber or something, we wouldn't have these problems." He's like, "Well, why would you move somewhere without checking if there's internet there first?" And it's like when I moved to Redbank, which is not far from New Glen, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, well, out Wales way. I couldn't get ADSL because there was RIM.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rim's horrible.
yeah.
So I had to have dial-up or 3G, which was really, 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 really expensive 10 years ago when I was there. So, these kind of things, you wouldn't have the problem if
So
you
I
could
think
get
if you had a
decent internet.
choice where you were moving, obviously you would check. Right? If you were renting,
Well,
it's
you
easy
can
to
you
check.
can check how many ports
That's
are
right,
free
exactly.
until you move
Until
there,
you
then
move there.
apply for
That's right,
you
because they
apply
won't
for
process.
a phone line with Telstra and pay
That's right.
$80 to get that hooked up, and then Telstra hooks that up after a few weeks, and then you can say, "Can I get ADSL?" And then they go, "No."
So what I wanted to get, Eric, is did you agree with Turnbull's comments on that one?
No, not really, because there's a lot of things that go into, when you move ahead.
Yeah.
If you got, you buy a house that's perfect, I can further factors are. There's many variables. Internet's just one of. She did. How would she know
Yeah, that's right.
whether there was a port
Yeah.
available or not? You'll lose your damn deposit.
Yeah. Look, it was probably a bit of a. I don't know. I didn't follow the conversation probably as much as you, Jace, but
It is a very stupid thing to
yeah,
say.
it was a very. It wasn't a very diplomatic thing.
It's
to
like
say.
saying, "Oh, I can't come to work today. I've got cancer." Why'd you go and get that for?
Yes.
Like what?
Yeah. So, I don't. Do we know what's going on with the NBA?
No announcements.
I follow. There's a website, mynbn.info, and I follow them on Twitter, and they are posting updates for each town that gets either fiber or fixed wireless. I see them talking about the Manning Valley area where my parents are from is currently getting a lot rolled out there. There's some around Western
They're
Sydney.
not really
and
promoting it
places
very
like
well,
that.
are they?
No, I've never heard.
Well, the government doesn't want you to know that NBN exists because then you'll get things like
Because have they dropped the
Netflix.
NBN Co site? Have they got off? They're not off. They're not on that anymore. They're just using.
that was
they're
put on
using this.
hold until further notice. That was all I heard from that one.
I think it's still on hold. But yeah. But anyway.
If you go to mynbn.info, you should be able
Yeah,
to
I'm on
see
there now.
your area and anything
Oh
new
no!
rolling out.
We were unable to locate your address under the fiber build commenced or active footprints. What a surprise!
Wow.
Is that your address?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's no good. I wonder what my address. What is it? My.
My
NBN
NBN.info.
All right, let's have a look here. My NBN.
Not in current plans. Rollout not expected within the next 6 months. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
We played the small violins.
Yeah.
Call the ambulance.
Tell me that one again. My NBN Co.
No, just my NBN.
Okay.
.info.
All right, mynbn.info. Doink, doink, doink. Let's have a look here. Is it a nice site? Bit
it's
slow.
all right.
Bit
Bit
slow
slow.
with the internet
All right.
tonight.
A bit slow, but it's there.
It mustn't be hosted in an NBN area.
No. No fiber
Be
for that
hosting on
server.
Bulletproof. Their CEO is great. He sleeps out in the dark and the cold.
River Street. All right, let's have a look at this. Look at that.
No
Let's-
address matched. Oh no, we were unable to locate your address. Well, we don't work
Oh,
either.
That's what it says. Oh no, we're unable to locate your address.
No, that's so sad for you.
Will be part of a future rollout plan. However, NBN Co is currently implementing new government policy. Blah blah blah. If your address is part of a greenfields estate, no. Do you wish to take a look at NBN's interactive rollout search out for your own town locality? No, not really. Oh well,
It's hopeless.
another disappointing.
You can see the recent activations there. Places like Belcher's Lookout. That must be a lovely place
Yeah,
to
that's
live.
Belcher's Lookout. No one lives there, so we'll install it there.
Belcher's Lookout. I've never heard of it.
Well, because it's Belcher's Lookout. Who's going to live in a place called Belcher's Lookout?
Yeah,
Houses have been for sale for 50 years.
Kieran Gatt.
Where was Gary Belcher?
Yeah,
Where was he born?
Belcher's
No,
that place.
maybe that's where. No, it wasn't. No, it was actually Burpengary. Now, Intel, let's get back on track if we can. Now, Intel must pay $1.5 billion fine after losing an appeal.
That's pretty heavy-handed, isn't it?
That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Intel must pay $1.5 billion fine after a European court denied its appeal. Intel was hit with this fine in 2009 after the EC ruled that they had abused its dominant market position by offering rebates and direct payments to PC makers to keep them from using AMD products. So the company appealed, argued that the fine was too heavy. I'm glad they didn't appeal that they disagreed. They just appealed because the fine was too heavy.
Exactly.
So that's funny. The EU executive found Intel guilty of paying computer makers to postpone or cancel plans to launch products that use AMD chips, paid secret rebates to computer makers to use Intel chips, and paid a major retailer to stock only computers with its chips. So I can't see nothing wrong with that. Pretty much.
Well, I look at it this way. I think Intel wasted their money paying rebates and fees to amounts of money because you didn't need much convincing not to use AMD.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm an Intel person. I think, Jace, you're an Intel machine, aren't you?
I am now. I've used AMD in the past quite extensively, but I've switched back to Intel i5.
I've had AMD.
Yeah.
There's something about it. I can't put my finger on. It's not as crisp.
Yeah.
Things just don't. I don't know. I can't put my finger.
AMD before my current configuration, and I'm quite happy with mine. It sort of powers along really good. But just in relation to this story, I'm just looking at it and thinking, well, aren't you allowed to pay people to, like you walk into a shopping centre, the main brands are in front of your face because they get paid to be there. The brands pay the shop.
Yeah,
for
the shelf space. You go
right.
to Woolies or Coles, and these guys pay to be at the front of the aisle.
Yeah, and another thing, and the note that I've put down here is you go into a pub, and it might be VB pub because VB has paid the pub to have VB on tap.
Yeah.
And it's not you won't get Tui's on tap because VB's paying the money.
Yeah, they've sponsored the pub.
I had the opposite of that years ago when I went to a pub with some friends and I was, oh yeah, can I have can I have a VB? No, this is a Tui's pub, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
yeah.
the coffee people do the same thing.
Yeah, that's right. So why can't Intel do this?
Probably because there's a monopoly.
Because monopoly, yeah.
Well,
because they already got 80%.
But they're not. Are they? Well, what constitutes a monopoly? They haven't got a monopoly because AMD's out
Majority.
Majority. Well, AMD's got 20%. They've got 80%. That's a monopoly.
But they're only a monopoly because they're better.
Abuse of market power.
Oh, I don't agree with that. Do you agree with that, Eric?
Well, the same thing happened to Microsoft. They used to
the same thing
force people into installing Windows on everything.
Well, they're not.
If Microsoft was a good product, no one would have minded.
But Microsoft wasn't preventing people from installing other things.
They just made it easy for you to install theirs.
Well, it installed automatic.
Yeah.
When you install Windows.
That's how easy it is.
Yes. Look, Intel, AMD, I can probably see it's not very nice if where it says here, they paid computer makers to postpone or cancel plans to launch products that used AMD chips.
But isn't the people that run and own AMD are all ex-Intel guys? I think they are. And I think there's a bit of... this is 20. They've always had spats in the court. These two been going on for 20 years. This is the whole. Yeah. You left us, and you're a traitor. I'll get you. It's all that.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, look, I don't know. So, are you saying that a monopoly is what? Put a
market power. When you can control, you don't have to have 100% to have a monopoly. Not these days. So, if you can control a big portion of the market and use that. For example, if they decided that we're dropping all the cost of our processors or our chips or whatever by half and flood the market, you'd send AMD out of business, right? They were big enough that you could do that.
Same sort of reason why Microsoft had to invest in Apple.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, yeah, okay.
I know you like your monopolies.
They had no big competitor, so they had to invest in Apple in order to help them say, look, we got a competitor over here. We're not the only one, so therefore we're not a monopoly.
That's nearly going broke.
See, we put money.
Yeah, well, I suppose I do like a monopoly.
Oh, look, I like monopolies too, providing that they're making good products.
True.
That's
Because
why
remember,
Eric's very thankful to Microsoft.
yeah, that's right. And I don't mind them either. But remember, Telstra used to be a monopoly before they were sold off, and they were terrible.
Yeah.
It take you 6 weeks to get a phone out.
Yeah, but they were a monopoly where there were
fine.
with no other in the
No
market.
other competitors. That's
There
right.
were no others in the market.
No.
And the same with banks.
Banks, they're nearly a monopoly.
Well, they colluded, didn't they? To
Well, still are, aren't they?
probably.
There's 4 of them.
Four.
It's only 4.
Yeah. What about Bendigo Bank?
Yeah, but that's not a bank. Is that a bank? Is it a cubby house?
Yes. What about Pyramid?
Piggy bank, maybe.
Oh, they're gone. they're sitting in the same place as what's his name? What's that guy in the States that went to jail for the Ponzi? What's his
no
name?
Clue.
Oh God.
Anyway,
doesn't matter.
Bendigo's gone the same way as the Sphincter.
Renee Rivkin.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone,
Gone. All right, Jace, you got another story for us, please?
Well, Facebook's ready to take on Snapchat with a new ephemeral messaging app. Seems to be the word of the month for the second time. The social network relaunched Slingshot in the US, an app for sending disappearing photos and video messages similar to those sent from Snapchat. Users can send photos or videos up to 15 seconds long using Slingshot, and once those messages are viewed and cleared by the recipient, they disappear from the recipient's phone for good. The only catch, users are required to respond with an image or video in order to unlock those they receive. For example, if you receive a message from a friend, you need to send a message back to that friend before you can open up what they sent you.
Ooh.
There's a way for Facebook to encourage or force users to share more frequently. It also alleviates the pressure that comes with creating and sharing content. We found that if you don't feel the need to respond immediately, it's more like I want to share what I'm up to whenever I can, and then they're going to feel almost no pressure to share back whatever they're doing because it's a shared experience. Slingshot users don't need a Facebook account to use the app. Instead, accounts are tied to the user's cell phone number. Once a username is created, contacts can be imported from the phone's address book or the user's Facebook account. While the ephemeral messaging is similar to Snapchat, Slingshot has a number more features that set it apart. Unlike Snapchat, photos sent through Slingshot don't self-destruct after 10 seconds. Images and videos can only be viewed once, but the duration of that viewing period is up to the recipient. During this viewing period, the recipient will take a screen grab of the image, preserving it after the image is wiped from the app. The message creator said it will not receive an alert if someone they send a message captures a screenshot, as happens in Snapchat.
I wonder why can you, as a developer, are you able to disable the screen capture in your app? Maybe
that's what Snapchat tried to do. If somebody does take a screenshot, would try and detect that and then send back to the first person and say, you know that rude picture you sent of your bits to that person? They took a snapshot of it. Now they're keeping it. Then you go, oh, you're very naughty. You shouldn't do. I mean, I don't know what the point is of sending somebody something that you didn't want anybody to see, but only for a short second, and then hope that they didn't have another camera that they're holding in front of it and take a photo of that while it's there for 10 seconds, which you can also capture it anyway. So it was completely useless. But people thought, oh, I can send some naughty pictures now because it's only going to exist for 10 seconds on that person's phone and nobody else could possibly ever see it, when, of course, they could.
Just ask Lara Bingle. She knows all about snatch catches.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So did you hear about the Snapchat drug?
Stupid.
There's a drug. It's apparently named after Snapchat, and we spoke about this on the good old Aussie Mac Zone this week. And it's a Snapchat drug, and I forget what it said in the story, but it said something like it makes
your brain disappear after 10 seconds.
It probably does. It makes the user hostile and ferocious or something.
Really, but only for a few seconds.
It's really
They got
weird.
bath salts in it or something.
Yes, it had bath salts in it. That's what it has. That's what it was.
Bath salts.
And it's got the nice little Snapchat logo stamped onto the pill. It was.
Oh,
It's a joke. It's a joke.
it's so stupid.
I know, it's stupid, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, well, talking about absolutely ridiculous, how about the African firm is selling pepper spray bullet firing drones? So you can get a drone that flies over your head. Watch out, because it might...
I don't see how that could work. Someone's attacking you and going, hang on a minute, let me get my remote control out.
Well,
And let's get me the drone to fly over here and attack you. He said, hang on. Oh, no, hang on. This is easier.
well,
Have them have them flying around your house during the night, and if anyone gets too close, it can shoot them for you.
I suppose for crowd control.
Crowd control, yes, yes. So anyway, apparently the first machines have been ordered. It's not a control. It's been marketed as not as a right control copter.
There you go.
That can tackle crowds without endangering the lives of security staff.
All for it.
Yeah. Now this octocopter.
You can imagine some rookies who are in training going, "Hey, my taco's not hot enough. Let's fly the plane. Yeah, see if you can shoot it into my taco. Oh, that's great. Yeah, this tastes awesome.
So the octocopter drone is fitted with 4 high-capacity paintball barrels, each capable of firing up to 20 bullets per second.
Sweet.
In addition, and apparently it can hold 4,000 bullets at a time.
Well,
That's-
4,000.
You can see hackers
per
getting
sec.
on
How many per
bigger
second?
reverse engineering it and making
4
their
per
own
second.
app and turning it back on the cops.
Yeah.
Wouldn't last very long.
No, it's each cable firing up to 20 bullets per second.
Right, so it's got 4,000 bullets. 4,000 divided by 20. All right, I'll tell you how many seconds it takes. You just keep talking.
So the machine can carry up to 4,000 bullets at a time, as well as blinding lasers and onboard speakers that can communicate warnings to a crowd. There you go. Imagine that one of those things.
Yeah, there you
flying.
go. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3.5 minutes. You'd go through at 20. Did you say 20?
20 bullets a
Yeah.
second.
Right.
200
That's 4,000.
200 seconds.
Yep. 200 a second.
Wow.
200 bullets divided
200
by
seconds.
200 seconds. Right, which is divided by 60, which is 3 minutes. 3.3 minutes. So they'd have to have canisters up there, like like a whole, and just self-loading magazines.
Yeah.
4,000 bullets at a pop, like
Yeah.
a machine gun.
I don't know.
Imagine that at a paintball match.
Oh,
Yeah.
easy. You wouldn't lose. You stand up there and you just go.
Yeah, it'd just be. Yeah, it'd be awesome. I can't see how these things are going to keep
it's real.
going. Like, someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to start shooting them out of the sky.
Well, that's the
Like,
first thing. Someone
Yeah.
will start thinking, okay, we can play that game.
Yeah.
Two can play that game.
It's just bang, shoot
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Slingshot,
yeah, like, yeah, and then
unless they're stealth.
well, yeah, they got the invisibility.
Yeah, the cloak. It's
yeah.
all it is a mirror. Because it blends in with the surrounding. See, that's what they do. Surround.
Oh yeah,
Harry
They surround
Potter
things
cloak.
with a mirror.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's just all it is. They just surround it with a mirror. If you cover this in a mirror finish, and you turn the light off, you couldn't see it. You wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't see the shape or anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nice. Yeah, well, there you go. Are you going to buy one, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, like people.
I'll
just
get
start
I'll
shooting
get
them.
one for my house because my daughter is not far off being a teenager now, so I'll need one of those out the front of the house.
You
if
need
anyone
more than
comes
that,
with
mate.
some flowers.
Put a little homing
Take that,
signal.
Sonny.
Put a little homing device on the girl. Yeah.
Automatically detects male pheromones.
Spits them out, pepper sprays. Now, YouTube. How's this story? YouTube is going to block indie labels as subscription service launches. So that's not very nice, is it? YouTube will remove music videos by artists such as Adele, Arctic Monkeys, and Radiohead because the independent labels to which they belong have refused to agree terms with YouTube. So YouTube has been renegotiating contracts as it prepares to launch a music subscription service. I think the music thing's just about done, isn't it? Everyone's
Yeah.
doing it. Like,
So
they
you've
just
got to
love-
think of something else. The
Yeah.
next thing is hologram performances. Like you want to buy a
Beam 'em
Elvis,
into your head.
bang, and that's
Yeah.
the next thing. Because
Yeah.
other than that, what else is there? Oh, it's got to be the next thing.
All right. Well, Tom,
Do that.
that's after the holograms.
That's after the hologram.
A spokesman was making a grave error of commercial judgment. YouTube.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I know. It was very menacing, wasn't it, that comment? So YouTube said it was bringing new revenue streams to the music industry.
No, you're not.
I don't know. No, I think the music subscription has been done. Isn't Pandora in some sort of trouble? And
Yeah, but this is video music, not just
true.
Stream-
Hence the hologram. You
Yeah.
want
and
the
also
hologram.
they're going to give them even less bite of the pie compared to Pandora and
Yeah, okay.
Spotify and those. But I've got a friend who's a musician. He said he's had his tracks on those music streaming services, and even though they've had hundreds of thousands of listens, he still gets like 2 cents or something.
Yeah, right.
Streaming service is the worst thing for artists.
For an artist, yeah.
So
It
who's
is.
making the money?
the what's it called, the record companies?
Spotify, Pandora.
Yeah.
No, man, Pandora's not making much out of it.
Well, I thought they said that wasn't Spotify.
The record company, if you're indie, well, you'll get all the money, but no one listens to you because you're indie.
Yeah. Indian. Not Indian. Indie. All right. So I think that's the bit. Oh, Jace, you got another story, or is that it? No, you've got one more.
Well, there's a Freeview Plus streaming video service going to be launched soon. It's built into new generation of smart TVs getting rolled out soon. Unlike the mismatch of catch-up TV apps used in the smart TVs, Freeview Plus is expected to deliver access to online video from the 5 main Australian television networks. Service is built into a new on-screen electronic program guide that lets viewers scroll back in time and click to watch shows that they've missed. Slated to launch in July after several delays, Freeview Plus will be available through new internet-enabled televisions from makers such as Panasonic, Sony, LG, and Samsung.
We keeping you up, Jace?
No, I was sneezing.
Was that what that was?
Yes.
I thought bloody crackles in microphones.
Freeview Plus relies on the hybrid broadcast broadband TV standard, which is already popular in Europe. Handful of HBB TV compatible televisions are already on Australian shelves. Also coming to set-top boxes from producers such as South Korean electronics company Humax.
Now, I believe the problem. And look, I'm sorry that you're hearing my piece pop all the time, but it was due to the change of microphone earlier, and I don't have a popper filter. That's why we're poppy. I'm popping tonight.
What's up?
Don't ask me to say Peter Popper picked a peck of pickled peppers. There's too many pops in that. So yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
Freeview. Now the problem with Freeview is, I believe, is like it's all good and everything, except that there's no fast forward or rewind.
Oh, really?
Is that right? Or there's no commercial skip, or there's something not available on it.
Say there's no commercial skip. Yeah. Even my TiVo that I've got here, they won't allow the commercial skip, even though it's on the US. But in Australia,
there was a court case. There was a court case about that.
Fast forward.
Yeah, there was a
play.
Channel 7 sued. What do you call it? What are they called?
TiVo.
The Channel 7 hybrid TV deal that got TiVo here, so it might have been Channel 9 or something.
Or, someone sued somebody, and they said, "Oh, you got to keep the."
Yeah, I find I use a T-box. I find that to be all right.
Yep.
Fast forwarding, yes. Commercial skip, no, I don't think so. But you can fast forward it like 30
What they
times.
did in the US, if you did fast forwarding, they had TiVo advertisement would pop up in the top corner and it'd play a short, 5-minute or 1-minute ad, or even 30-second ad while you're fast forwarding through the current ad. It'd play another ad up the top. So either way, they got you. But whether you watch a 30-second ad or 5 minutes worth of ads was the difference.
Yeah. Well, you see on all the shows now that it's all ads at the bottom of the screen and all that sort of stuff. So it's all
they got product placement. So
That's right. All right. Well, I'm about out of stories. Eric, have you got anything to bring up apart from tea?
No.
That was a nice
Oh,
tea,
that was
wasn't
very
it?
nice. That was very nice pizza. Lovely.
Had a little pizza at some...
And the
is it from Domino's? I hope they didn't hack your account.
no. And the young lady that served us was also an attractive girl.
Yes. So it was...
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, nice. It was a good meal, actually. So it was really nice. Now, I think that's about it. So you got nothing, Jace? Have you got anything else?
I'm done like a dinner.
He is done like a dinner. And look, we've got a good crew here tonight because I think we're all New South Wales supporters, so we're all pretty happy tonight.
Kind of blues.
That's right. Yay.
We were sportsing really hard last night, weren't we?
Sporting. We were sports watching.
Sportsing.
Sportsing.
And I can tell you, I can tell you from living in Queensland how much crying is going on up here.
Crying. They're calling the ambulance.
It was the flood, didn't it?
The streets are flooded with tears. That's right, of the Queenslanders' tears. I know you go out there and every second person you talk to, Friday scored that try. Google it. I'm going, all right. I go, yeah. And New South Wales never had a bad decision, have they? No way.
Oh, that's
anyway. It is funny to watch.
It's a travesty, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just using the same line that was used on me. Look at the scoreboard.
That's right.
That's it.
For 10 years, you've been putting up with that.
Look at the scoreboard. You know, my kids have now finally seen a blue win. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. All right.
So happy now.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about dying, but a happy night anyway. But anyway, good one, Jace. We'll see you next week. Thanks for coming in. Good stuff.
See you then.
And thanks, Eric, for flying all the way up to be a part of the live lounge.
Yeah, came up especially for this.
Oh no, you just live and breathe Aussie tech heads. You know, you love it. You love it.
Yeah.
All right, and thanks
He
to
listens to all the old episodes when he's sleeping.
he
Yes,
does.
I do.
He can't sleep, so he downloads old episodes.
I do.
Oh,
That'd be enough to send you to sleep, right?
I'm critiquing it. I'm looking for the sound and the pitch and the
yeah.
whatnot.
Thank goodness we changed microphones. Otherwise, I would have got another 6-page email. All right, so until next week, thanks, Lounge. You can watch us live in the Lounge, recording Thursday night, 7:30 Queensland time, aussietechheads.com.au/live. You can catch us on facebook.com/Aussie Tech Edge. Don't forget Aussie Tech.
Free apps.
Yes, AussieTechRadio.com, 24/7 shoutcast service. Just tune in with your iPhone app or off the thing. Just go to AussieTechRadio.com. You'll find all instructions there. And apps, Jace is putting up free Android apps of the day, and I'm putting up free iOS apps of the day. Not just any free ones that are free every day, but free ones that are only free for that day. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you like those apples?
There. If you can understand the Microsoft Update 1 update, then you'll be able to understand what I just said. All right. So until next week, bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye.